Welcome one and all. We have perfect blue skies and quite a contest ahead of us. This really is a feel-good football match. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Ecuador have opted for a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
So it's down to business here. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, with this guy, Peter, Antonio Rudiger, you've got to think they'll be playing a high line. His athleticism and pace in recovery are both going to be critical. But I just feel he understands the art of defending better than most. No surprise, given his footballing education, of course.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Oh, it's played into the area. Kimmich tries to clear. Vitz. Sade. Nice defending, it's got the job done. And claimed it back swiftly. Estupinian. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Oh, what a climb! He's missed, but not by that far.
Valencia certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
That's really well manoeuvred. Sané. Vince. And here's Havertz. Here's a chance!
Havertz usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can, though.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Moved on forwards. Gets into some space. Punched away. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Gnabry. And it's Wirtz. Now it's Havertz. Musiala. Rudiger spreads it out wide. Clears it away. It's a mighty effort! He will be livid with himself. And here's Havertz. And here's Gnabry. Goretzka. And it's played forward. Caicedo. Now it's Valencia. Out to the right. And it's played into the... Gets his head on it! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. It makes life so much harder for that defence.
Schlotterbeck shifted upfield. Kimmich. Sané. He is through here. And that has been clubbed away. Germany going wide a lot more often now, Jim.
Yeah, they're looking to create space in and around that D by stretching the defence. Look out for a late arrival or two from midfield.
And it's Gnabry. Shot a goal! Now it's Valencia. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Sané. Sané forwards and with intent. Pacho. Valencia, real chance! Vince. Sunny. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Schlotterbeck gets over and intercepts. Sunny. Valencia. He's going to be disappointed with that. Vince. Musiala. Kimmich, aim forwards. Maybe goalless, but it is not without interest.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
Raum makes the interception. Schlotterbeck. Wirtz shifted upfield. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Musiala. And here's Havertz. Now it's Sané. Sané. And it's Kimmich. That is lovely. Wirtz played out towards the right wing. Chance! Didn't quite get enough on that.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Played into the middle. Wirtz, nice interception. His positioning was spot on. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Well read, and the danger is averted. Tacho, gently done. Goretzka.
Germany have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
And here's Havertz. Sané played out to the left flank. Defending of the desperate variety. Now it's Valencia. Out to the left it goes. And here's Valencia. Valencia has been caught there, it's a foul. He's having a go. Oh, that's fabulous! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. First blood drawn. Oh, that is a bit special. A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Vince. Gnabry. And here's Havertz. Sané, and Sané! Great effort, beautifully taken.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Capie, and he goes cross-field. And here's Valencia. Valencia, oh, good spread. Through it. Now then, the ball's come loose. Gnabry. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Goretzka, and he cuts out the supply. Deftly away. And that's really well manoeuvred. Played out to the right. Cross goes in there.
Well, he had to bide his time a bit there, Peter. Needed more targets to aim at in the box.
And a chance! They've done it! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And it's Valencia. And here's Havertz. Gnabry. Rao. Pings it across. Rudiger. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Raul with the short one. Oh, that's neat. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Oh, it's come loose. And it's Vitz. Goretzka. Point-blank header! Gets it away. Now it's Gnabry. He's had a shot! Same again, same outcome.
They're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Tries to get it clear. That's a throw. Musiala. And here's Havertz. Shoots!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Estupinian looks to the other side. And here's Havertz. And he's managed... And the shot! And the ball's come loose here. Valencia. And they can counter here. And that's put paid to a promising move. And it's Sané. Sané could try cutting inside here. There are a few waiting for it. Wirtz! It's anyone's ball now. He'll try to keep this alive. He can get that clear. Realm. Over to the left. Oh, smashing header! He scores! Right back in the game!
Germany, look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Germany get themselves back into contention.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Estupinian played over towards the opposite flank. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Sané is flagged offside. Ecuador looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Moved on forwards, nicely intercepted, out towards the flank. Oh, nice touch. Goretzka. Sané. Schlotterbeck. And it's played forward. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Goretzka succumbs to the pressure. Do have a chance to counter here. He has found the way through. Valencia. Decent chance! It goes to show he is human after all.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Rudiger, forwards and with intent. Rudiger, nicely aimed pass. Aim forwards. And they've got rid. Goretzka. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. That's really well manoeuvred. Nkapie gets across to intercept that. Now that's well seen too. Goretzka, gently done. And it's Wirtz. And there is the half-time whistle. Leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period. Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Ecuador head into the half-time break with a narrow advantage. It is 2-1. And we are back on the way. It's Goretzka!
Goretzka made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
Only partially clear. Caicedo moved on forwards. Valencia spread out to the left. Can he latch on to this? Oh, that's not going to find its target. Great chance! In he goes again! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Kimmich, and it's played forward. Kimmich. Delivers with whip, up he goes! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Pacho, Caicedo, Nkapie shifted upfield. That's really well manoeuvred. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Kimmich. And that is as far as they're going to go. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Goretzka, Rao. And here's Havertz. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Over to the left. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Kimmich. Sané. Musiala. Furyk. And here's Havertz. Now it's Valencia. Rudiger. Furyk. Musiala. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Furyk. Oh, he's found support out wide. Furyk. Goretzka. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Out of play for a throw. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. So who's he picking out? Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well-timed, excellent interception. Raul. Musiala. And it's Valencia. That's been slipped through. Takes a shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Well, the pressure is relentless. It's a very, very high press.
Yeah, because it's all about winning the ball back at the earliest opportunity, a trigger by one player for the others to follow, and designed to force opposition mistakes.
Played into space out wide. Oh, played through for the wide man. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. And it's been taken short. Caicedo. Good chance here! Furyk. Raul. Rudiger. Havertz chasing after it. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Estupinian. Estupinian, gently done. Out to the left it goes. Oh, sweet feet. Played towards the other side. Very nicely done. Aimed in towards the centre. Oh, such a clever touch. Moved on forwards. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Sané. Sané. Wits. Good challenge, excellent challenge.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And the finish! And that was very necessary. Brilliantly cut out. Sané. And it's Wirtz. Schlotterbeck. Furyk. And here's Havertz. Havertz! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Incapuyi. Tacho, aim forwards. Caicedo. Tacho chooses to go cross-field. Kimmich. Sané. Musiala. That has been cut short. Now it's Kimmich. Sané. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Can he deliver? And it's played forward. Now, what about a counter-attack? Now it's Valencia. Schlotterbeck, forwards and with intent. Furyk. Goretzka. Clipped into space. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. That's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Valencia. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. And he's there to clear it. Cleared away. That's tidy. Estupinian. Lovely feet. Big chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Defending of the desperate variety. Germany have reclaimed it. Germany are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Nice physical challenge. Kimmich. And here's Wirtz. Muscular approach does pay off here.
Germany really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Looking here to chip it through.
Ecuador clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Caresses it through. And here's Valencia. Estupinian. And that's aimed into the middle. Cleared away. Chance! It's hoisted clear. He's got to be in here. Lets it out wide. Ball driven towards, climbs up big! He should have put that one away.
Valencia really should have done better there. I just hope for his sake that he doesn't live to regret that.
And it's Kimmich. Now it's Wirtz. Driving on, a real charge here. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Now it's Wirtz.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Moved on forwards. Tacho shifted upfield. Valencia providing an outlet on that flank. Valencia. Oh, that's a fine challenge.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Estupinian. And here's Valencia. He's in plenty of space here. Time to deliver.
Ecuador surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Raul has created one goal already. Schlotterbeck forwards and with intent. Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Very much into the last knockings. Caicedo. Lofted upfield. Furyk. Wirtz.
Germany really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And it's played forward. That pass just didn't quite work.
Ecuador nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Rudiger goes forward. Tacho. Incapuyi. Tacho. Aim forwards. Is onto it in a flash. Gross. Final seconds, this has to be it. And it's Kimmich.
Furyk just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Rudiger. Goretzka.
Gross.
Goretzka. Quality ball. Well read, nice interception. Pacho. That's really well manoeuvred. Can he latch on to this? It's a mighty effort! That needed to be better, and he knows it. And that's that. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a performance you can't really complain about, both in terms of inspiration and industry. It was a hard-working win, but when necessary, they were able to call upon that creativity and the ability to dig in.
So that's it from us. Many thanks go to Jim Beglin, and goodbye from us.
Purchase at producerx.net. Purchase at producerx.net.
Señoras y señores, les informamos que por la calle está la transmisión jugada del partido de hoy en vivo de la estación oficial del club.